Hello everyone, this is Shatanick.
Good evening everyone, this is Abhishek and we are on Googly Goals tonight, brought to you by Googly Mania. We bring the latest updates for you from the world of football in the World Cup. We are here today with yet another action-packed day from the group of 16.
Yes, we are here for you with the latest from the World Cup, and it was a treat of a match who witnessed this round of 16.
Of the last 16.
And let's update our viewers with what happened in tonight's match between the one North American team and one South American team.
Yes, right away viewers. Now with Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi out, it was time for Neymar to step up. Now speaking of Messi and Ronaldo, however, I'll digress a bit and say that many had hoped Saturday would be the day when Ronaldo and Messi wrote new chapters in their World Cup histories and advanced with Portugal and Argentina to one last battle in the quarterfinal next weekend. However, it did not happen. Uruguay and France progressed instead. For the first time in the careers of Messi and Ronaldo, there's a sense that a chapter had closed.
Yes, see, Messi will be 35 by the time of the next World Cup in Qatar, and Ronaldo will be 37. But as they came to terms with their elimination of their countries, they knew that they had failed to score a single goal in the knockout phases of the World Cup. Maybe their dreams are just going to go away right now.
They are not used to ambitions being thwarted, but a success in the greatest tournament of all has eluded both of them.
And the baton has passed that day. This was the day when players like Mbappe, Eden Hazard, Lukaku, Coutinho and Neymar became the players to watch.
Ronaldo and Messi have dismissed and defied age for more than a decade and watched everyone else fade away around them, but they can do that no more. Saturday felt like the beginning of the end for them.
Yes, first it was Messi, vanquished by the teenage brilliance of Mbappe and France in Kazan. And then a few hours later, it was Ronaldo who tried to drag his team past the Uruguayan defense in Sochi and failed. And so the tournament lost both of them on the same day.
For the first time in their careers, they have defied the years for so long, it felt as though maybe Ronaldo and Messi belong to the past now, and that Portugal's 2-1 defeat marked the second act of the changing of the guard in football's superstar world order.
The two men played out their own private feud right until the bitter end. Even as their worlds crumbled around them, they were cocooned in the battle for supremacy that has defined football for so long. As Ronaldo walked out in Sochi, he wore the goatee beard that is answers to Messi's advert when he posed with the goat. Both claim the title of the greatest of all time. But at this moment, they are out of the tournament.
And as they fought, it almost felt as if they had forgotten there are other players in this battle now. It is not just them. They have triumphed together and dominated together for more than a decade. And on Saturday, chunks of their career died together.
Yeah, it's very sad. Messi has done his best to take his fractured, dysfunctional and misfiring Argentina team to the next round. But the superhuman things that he performs on a regular basis for Barcelona were not seen in this World Cup, and France were simply too young and too good.
Amid the euphoria of watching such a vibrant France performance, there's something poignant about seeing Messi being upstaged by Mbappe, whose Olympic speed and boldness were too much for Argentina's habitually ragged defense to cope up with. Those searching for the heir to Messi and Ronaldo felt they did not have to look further.
Abhishek, don't you think there are uncanny similarities between Messi and Ronaldo's time in Russia? Both missed penalties, both scored contenders for goal of the tournament, both continued their run of not scoring in a World Cup knockout stage, and both were dumped out on Tuesday at the last 16. Case of Batman and Joker, I wondered, as if they just complete each other. Can you tell the viewers about this World Cup and what's going to happen next?
Ronaldo refused to answer questions surrounding his international future after Portugal's defeat by Uruguay, insisting that it wasn't the time for him to discuss retirement. Now, the Real Madrid man is 2 years Messi's senior, but the peak physical condition he keeps himself in, and that coupled with his insatiable appetite to succeed at the very top level, means Qatar 2022 could be an option for Ronaldo. Now, he'll be likely to be tempted to join a select group of players who have featured at 5 World Cups by returning 4 years later with Portugal for another crack at the World Cup. But by the time Qatar comes round, he'll be 37. Even with Ronaldo's superhuman physical standards considered, this was surely the last we have seen of him at this tournament while at his best. And could you tell the viewers your thoughts on Messi?
See, Messi is the younger man here. He's younger by like 2 years and 4 months, but has already shown a willingness to step down from the international football, having hung his boots after the Copa America final defeat, which Argentina was defeated by Chile in 2015, before reversing his decision again. But after falling at the final hurdle in 2014, Messi might feel his chances of World Cup glory has run out, and the France defeat could be the last we see of him on the biggest stage of them all.
I think his retirement announcement was a move to steal Chile's thunder of winning the Copa America. In addition, it worked for him. Coming back to tonight's match, it was a draw in the first half, but we saw a spirited performance from both teams, both in terms of football and theatre. This is the kind of theatre that stands between Neymar and greatness. A pitiful and an attractive attempt to earn
Same goes for Suarez.
Dismissal. Suarez bites, but Neymar does theatre. Neymar and Coutinho combined to set up Brazil very well, but Ochoa seemed to be in inspired form. He made a number of saves tonight to remind us of his unbeatable form in the 2014 World Cup.
However, after the beginning of the second half of the match, on the 15th minute mark, Willian made a mazy run into the Mexican area and played a low cross, which was connected by Neymar to finally give Brazil the upper hand.
He beat Oko as well. The second goal was scored when Neymar was played through by Fernandinho, and Neymar sped forward from the left to feed it to Firmino, who had the simplest of tap-ins to score the second goal and send Mexico packing. Viewers, we'll now take a short break. Shatanick and I'll be right back on Googly Goals, brought to you by Googly Mania. Don't go anywhere. Stay glued to your screens.
এটি বছরের সেই সময় যখন শহর জুড়ে সেই ছাতিম ফুলের গন্ধে মন জুড়িয়ে যায়। ঢাকের বাদ্যি, কাশফুলে ছেয়ে থাকা মাঠ, সব বাঙালির কাছে এটি একটি আলাদা জায়গা রাখে। এই দুর্গাপুজোয় জিও বাংলা থাকবে আপনার সাথে। পুজোর বিভিন্ন মণ্ডপে জিও বাংলা শারদ সম্মান 2018 সাথে নিয়ে নানা ক্ষেত্রের গুণীজনেরা পুরস্কৃত করবেন শহরের সেরা পুজোগুলিকে। সঙ্গে থাকবে অনেক উপহার। এই দুর্গাপুজোয় মেতে উঠুন জিও বাংলার সাথে। আরও জানতে চোখ রাখুন জিও বাংলায়।
Welcome back, everyone. Moving on, let's discuss last night's matches. This was the great Spain team we are talking about from the World Cup of 2010. However, 8 years on, the players have grown older and the other teams seem to have adjusted their game to stop Spain from passing them into oblivion.
However, the Russian army hung on, and who would have believed that this was a squad which was feared would not be able to win a single match and make it through the group stages. Yet they took on the might of Spain, took them to the limit and humbled them.
But the thing is that Spain was in control of the game and got the first breakthrough, which came from Russia's defensive failings. It was started by a mistimed challenge by Zhirkov, which resulted in a free kick.
The free kick was whipped in by Real Madrid winger Asensio and was diverted into goal by Ignashevich, who was busy marking Ramos. The ball hit him on the heel and diverted in the back of his net.
However, there was a twist in the tail end of the story as Gerard Piqué jumped in the air and his hand hit the ball that was raised from the corner. A penalty was awarded and Zuba scored from the spot to send De Gea the wrong way and equalize.
However, the game rolled on, and extra time it was, which trickled onto the outcome being decided by spot kicks. The quality of Russia in the penalty shootout was clinical.
Yeah, Spain's hopes were watered down as soon as Russian goalkeeper saved a shot from Koke. It was up to Aspas to keep Spain's hope of the last 8 alive, but Aspas' shot struck Akinfeev's boot and disappeared into the night along with Spain's hopes.
Death knell for Spain. This was the unlikeliest of victories, and the host nation pulled one over Spain to advance to the next stage. Russia again proved to be the undoing of yet another great nation with its sight on world dominance.
While in the other matches last night, the first 4 minutes descended to chaos as both the teams got one goal each.
Denmark striker Højensen scored in the very first minute of the match. Subasic tried to save but could only divert the ball into his own net.
Yes, the Danish lead was cancelled in the 3rd minute when Dalsgaard attempted to clear a low cross which hit Andren Christensen in the face, and Mario Mandzukic scored from the rebound.
Now everyone thought that the premise was set for a high-scoring match, but the disappointment of many, this was about as good as it got.
Yeah, even I
for
thought that there would be a
everyone.
lot of goals that night.
Not to be.
Yeah, but then the game inevitably rolled into extra time, and shortly before the end of the extra time, on the 116th minute, Modric sent a wonderful ball to Rebic. Rebic went past the goalkeeper, but he was stopped by a foul from Jorgensen, and he was fouled from behind, and thus it resulted in a penalty, and the Croatian people were almost had a huge sigh of relief there.
However, relief was still a few minutes away. Modric took the penalty, but Schmeichel dived to his left and saved it. Højensen was shown a yellow for his tackle, while Denmark and Croatia went into the penalty shoot to decide the winner.
Yeah, I think it should have been a red card though. Though the goalkeeper saved a couple of penalties in the shootout, but Subasic saved one more, and Rakitic sent the brilliant Danish goalkeeper the wrong way while he scored past him, and in this process also helped his team move into the next round and send Denmark home.
Yeah. Now coming to tonight is Belgium versus Japan, where an aging Japan will face a serious offensive threat from Belgium.
Yeah, and on the Belgium side, there's Romelu Lukaku, and he's unquestionably one player to keep a close eye on. The United striker is currently tied with Cristiano Ronaldo with 4 goals, trailing only to Harry Kane in the tournament so far.
Eden Hazard. He is another Belgian player to watch closely, having contributed 2 goals so far to Belgium's fearsome offense. Dries Martens, Batshuayi, Januzaj are the other top scoring threats to watch closely in this match.
But mind you, Japan has quietly put together an impressive run so far, thanks to veterans like Honda and Kagawa, both of whom have scored a goal apiece so far in the tournament. Inui and Osako, both having also scored 1 apiece, are other potential players to keep an eye on.
Could you tell our viewers your prediction on how tonight's match will be played out between both these teams?
See, Abhishek, Belgium has been an offensive superpower at the tournament, having scored 9 goals so far and currently boasting a goal differential of 7+, both of which are the best of any squad in the 2018 World Cup.
Exactly.
And Lukaku and Hazard have combined for a staggering 6 goals so far in the World Cup, while Batshuayi, Januzaj and Mertens each boast 1 goal apiece, giving the team virtually unmatched offensive firepower. This was evident after the squads after they thrashed away Panama and Tunisia in the group stage and edging England in a final match that saw both teams rest their starters. But on the other hand, Japan has been one of the pleasant surprises of the World Cup so far, defeating Colombia, drawing Senegal and losing only to Poland. The team, while somewhat thin on younger talent, still has plenty of reliable veterans like Honda and Kagawa. And while Japan has performed very admirably so far in the tournament and more than made up for the disappointing 2014 World Cup campaign in Brazil 4 years ago, I believe that Belgium's overwhelming offensive power will be simply too much for them to handle in the upcoming match, thus giving Belgium the edge to win over them and move on to the next round. And I just think Belgium might just score 3 goals against Japan tonight.
Okay, all the best to both sets of fans for Japan as well as Belgium. May the best team win. We are signing off for the day. Keep watching Googly Goals, like, share and subscribe Googly Mania.
Yes, people, see you tomorrow, same time and same place. And between now and then, take care and goodbye.
Bye-bye.